Hey there lovelies and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from the title of today's video, we're going to be reacting to 2.0 by BTS from the new Arirang album, which honestly I am loving so far. I'm having the best time filming these reactions, so I can't wait to get into 2.0 already from the title. It sounds incredible. But before we do get into the video, if you guys are new to the channel, well, welcome and thank you for joining. Make sure you're clicking that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with what I post on this channel. And while you're at it, why not leave a little like on this video as well? It really does help me to see what you're enjoying watching so I can keep on making more videos like this. But with all that being said, I just cannot wait to get into this, so let's go. Every time they just keep on bringing something new.
그래 방탄처럼 그게 말은 쉽지 우린 팀틀 누가 맨날 뛰어넘어 웃기기는 한데 사실 안 웃기지 10년은 말야 어린 반프 not stop.
Wow. Again, we've gone back to that sense of being bulletproof. You know, earlier on in the album we were talking about that feeling of, you know, people sometimes maybe think that we're bulletproof. People think that we are almost untouchable in terms of their negativity and their words affecting us. But it's like, no. Ultimately, we're not bulletproof necessarily. We're not always going to be strong. We're not always going to be able to fight back when it comes to the negative comments we receive and sometimes, you know, the hatred that we receive. It's like, how can you expect, like they're saying for 10 years, you know, how can you expect over that time to be able to get over that, all of that pain, all of that hurt, that built up tension, you know, from people's perspectives of you, trying to change you, trying to alter you, trying to make you feel badly about yourself, trying to drag you down. You know, ultimately, I think for anybody, even just hearing a couple of comments, it would probably start, you know, really negatively impacting you. But to have the amount of a career span that BTS have had, and all of the things they've had to deal with and put up with, it's like, how do you expect them to have this armor constantly to be able to fight off all of this negative energy? You know, it is just like unthinkable, isn't it? Ooh. You know how I do, we like the fire brand new, so it's almost like whenever anybody almost does try to tear us down or rip us apart, it's like ultimately we almost have that 2.0 version of ourselves to get ready to light back up again. You know, it's almost like we have to find a sense of like a new beginning, light that fire within us to find that determination and that power again, because ultimately it's like we've been knocked down so much that it feels like we always have to regenerate ourselves. Wow, that is really powerful and such a strong thought. But I think even them just saying like, you know, we turn up at your block and we come back for sort of almost what was ours, it's like, to all these people who maybe, you know, online or through various forms of media do sprout all of this hatred, it's like, we'd love to just pull up on your block and be able to almost, you know, really understand why, to be able to say, we know what you've done, we know what you've said, you can't always just hide behind a screen, you know, you can't always hide behind your words. At some point they are going to come back at you, it's going to be like karma, you know. And ultimately I feel that's what they're trying to say in that, but it's almost like, I've come back for what's mine. It's like, I want to be able to almost find that sense of self that I once had, that you almost took away from me in your words, knowingly or unknowingly, because I think sometimes people don't necessarily understand the gravity of their words and the gravity of their actions. But it is just like, ultimately, if you keep chipping away for so long at something, it's going to break. And I don't think people necessarily understand that sense of logic sometimes, it feels like anyway. But it just like, just hearing that sense of like regaining a new version of yourself because you've had to change yourself so much because of people's comments and people's negativity, it's just absolutely so sad.
put your brand new, put your brand new. Yeah, we on that brand new. You know how we do. Ay, ay, ay. Gotta give them much brand new. 각 다른 스타일 뒤지 않는 step 2. Step 2, 2.0 day down who. 여기저기 또 한 번은 내 time out of 10, 10. 이젠 버려 모습 하품. 수고 하러 가. Ay, yeah, we get 다시 go 하러.
It is just like, ultimately, you can keep on saying whatever you're saying, but it's like, what you don't understand is, even if you try to tear us down, we build ourselves back up again. No matter how long it takes, no matter how hard it is, we build ourselves back up again, and we use that negativity and harness all of that to create absolute masterpieces. And like, we work so incredibly hard because of what you say. And we keep on achieving more things and reaching further in our accomplishments and, you know, dreaming bigger because of people who have tried to tear us down. We want to show people who we are. We want to show people we are stronger than what they ever could have thought. And that we are gonna, you know, really push the boundaries of their own expectations, because that's what we stand for. We stand for, you know, ourselves, who we are as people, and our music and our creativity. And we're not gonna let anybody try and tear that away from us. And I think that is something that is so incredibly inspiring about BTS, is no matter what they've been through, they've always come out of the other side of it, really just holding on to that sense of who they are and that authentic, true nature. And I think that is something that is so unbelievably amazing, isn't it? I love the draw on that vocal.
You know how I do. Put your brand new, put your brand new. Journey on that brand new. You know how we do. Pop, 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 pop. Baby, game to live. Rock, 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 rock. Yeah, hit him up like pop. Hit him with the truth like rock.
Yeah.
Tryna pay your debt. Feel me not. Let it be. Let it bleed.
Hold up. Many things, many thoughts. I'm going to have to hear all that again, because some of it I just literally have glitched out on, because everything here is just too incredible. Them just basically saying, like, you're ultimately facing the consequences of your own actions by having to hear our truth and hearing who we are, you know? And then just saying, let it be. Ultimately, you know, you can choose to fight back, which a lot of people probably would do if somebody was, you know, disrespecting them. But it's ultimately like, we're going to let it be because we don't want any bad karma on ourselves. And ultimately, by letting it be, we are showing that these people who are, you know, spreading negativity and hatred are the ones who are looking badly. You know, they're the ones who've got to live their life in this sad way of really just trying to tear other people down because they don't want to build themselves up. And that is the sad reality of the truth, in that a lot of people do tend to focus on being negative because maybe they've got something going on in their own life that is causing them pain, but ultimately, instead of trying to work through that themselves, they focus that attention on pushing that negativity onto somebody else. And I think in this, just saying, like, well, leave the truth lie and let it be, and just, it'll be what it'll be. It's just saying, ultimately, I'm doing nothing here. I'm just a stand-by who's trying to make something of themselves, who's spreading love and creativity and passion and talent. But what are you doing? That's the real question.
Rock, rock, yeah. Hit him up like pop. Hit him with the truth like rock. Time to pay
I
your
love
debt.
that. Time to pay your debt. Feel me or feel me not.
Let it bleed. Hit a lick. And it's split. Stop. Yeah. Pull up, extra block. We gon' knock. Yeah. Have your little fun, fella. Pop. Yeah. Came back for what's mine. We gon' stop.
I love the draw on that so much.
You know how I do. Put your brand new. Put your brand new. Yeah, we on that brand new. You know how we do. You know how I do. You know how I do.
I love how each of them have had a moment on that as well, like, you know how I do, individually and collectively, what we do.
You know how we do.
I love it. I do. I thought that was absolutely incredible. And what I love is them just saying, you know how we do. We keep ourselves composed. We keep ourselves, you know, really sharp and clean and keep on pushing forward and working hard to achieve what we want to, while other people are maybe choosing to use that time less wisely in really trying to bring us down, when ultimately we just keep on rising while they're literally just sitting around hating. And what have they got to show for that? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I just love this album so far, how it has just been so true to that sense of really just being who you are and not letting anybody try to change you, you know? And ultimately, if anybody does have anything negative to say, don't choose to dwell on people's negative comments. Choose to push through with that determination of what you want to achieve. Don't let anybody stop you from being the person and achieving what you want to achieve in life, because ultimately life is too short and you never know what tomorrow brings. And don't let anybody try to stop you from being the person that you are meant to be in this life. I just think this album is absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching along this video with me. If you did, like I said, make sure you click on that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with what I post on this channel. And while you're at it, why not leave a little like on this video as well? It really does help me to see what you're enjoying watching, so I can keep on making more videos like this. With all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.